right, good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, NAF Atsugi. It's another great day for Captain's Call. I'm Captain Steve Weeman, Captain's Call, and the CEO of the base here today in CMC. How you doing this afternoon, CMC?
I'm doing great, sir. How are you today?
It's a nice sunny spring day, and we are happy to be on another show. And we've got a great sailor today. We are at AIMD. We're in the SE yard. As you can see, we got some incredibly awesome tools here, and we're doing some good work with AIMD, who repairs planes and fixes all kinds of components and stuff for our fleet. And one of those important parts of AIMD is AZ2 Whitlock. Professor Whitlock, welcome aboard.
Thank you, sir.
All right, well, it's great to have you on the show today. So tell us what an AZ does in the Navy here at AIMD specifically. What do you do here?
Essentially what we do is we manage logbooks, logs and records, manage inspections, PMs, TDs, stuff like that, make sure all the gear is up to date, and make sure the fleet has what it needs whenever it needs it, and it's good to go piece of gear and reliable.
That's awesome. Well, so it sounds pretty complicated, sounds very technical. I'm sure you go to a very detailed school for that, and then this is your second tour. You did some time in the P3 community, correct?
Yes, sir.
All right. Well, it's great to have you here at Atsugi. Thanks for being a wonderful sailor here in the forward deployed naval forces, and thanks for doing what you do here for our fleet. So thanks for joining us today.
Thank you, sir.
Okay. So we got some notes today, CMC. A lot of good stuff going on around the base next couple weeks.
Yes, sir. For our news topics today, we've got a free golf clinic. Want to improve your golf swing? Stop by for free golf clinics at the MWR driving range every Friday from 5:30 to 6:30 p.m. for adults only. Kids clinics are the first and third Saturday of each month from 9 to 10 a.m.
For Family Fleet and Services Center lobby renovation, Fleet and Family Service Support Center will begin renovation of their lobby reception area soon. FFSC will remain open during the entire renovation, but there may be some disruptions. Sorry for any inconvenience.
Okay, Teen Summer Employment. It is that time of year again. A resume and interview skills seminar will be held at the Teen Center on Thursday, May 15th at 5 p.m. Also, MWR Child and Youth Programs has several positions available for teens 14 to 18. Must be NAF Atsugi military or civilian dependent ID card holders. Application deadline is Friday, May 23rd, and you can apply at the MWR Personnel Office in Building 978. Call 264-4677 for details.
I wonder if I can moonlight.
You could. I don't think you're 14 to 18 there, CMC. Sorry.
Outdoor,
Sorry to break the news.
Outdoor pool season. The outdoor pool will open this weekend, May 24th to 26th from 12 to 7 p.m. The pool will be open on weekends only through June 13th when the outdoor pool opens up for the summer. Ranger Indoor Pool will remain open during weekdays until June 13th. For more information, call 264-6165.
Bone Marrow Drive. On Friday, May 30th from 11 a.m. to 1 p.m., American Red Cross is hosting a Bone Marrow Drive. Stop by the NAF Atsugi Next Food Court to get swabbed and registered in the Bone Marrow Registry. Contact American Red Cross 264-6794 for details.
All right, base-wide power outage. There will be a base-wide power outage starting June 7th at 11 p.m. to June 8th at 7 a.m. This is necessary to perform annual electrical system maintenance. Please contact Public Works Department at 115 for more information.
I'll tell you what, CMC and AZ2, this kind of weather makes me feel like I want to go climb Fuji. And so I know that is right around the corner. It starts July 1st. That's only 5 weeks away.
It's closer than you think.
Absolutely.
And also I think important note there is you don't just wake up one morning and decide, I think I'm going to climb 12,500 feet straight up.
That would be a bad experience in my opinion. Absolutely. So, okay, well, some great notes there today. A lot of stuff going on around the base. We're going to take a very short break. MWR is going to kick it in high gear. Tell us what's going on over the next couple weeks and months as far as tours and activities. We'll be right back with some Captain's Call BZs and concerns. So please stay tuned. We'll be right back.
The outdoor pool is open weekends through June 13th, after which will be open daily throughout the summer. Pool hours are from noon to 7 p.m. Pool passes will be available at the outdoor pool only. Youth Summer Camp is now open for registration through June 9th. Weekly camp sessions are from June 16th through August 22nd. Please see Central Registration at Building 3250 or call 264-3588 for details. MWR is currently conducting 2 customer satisfaction surveys in Atsugi. Paper surveys are available locally at most MWR facilities now and in July. while DoD-sponsored email surveys are sent directly to some customers. Thank you for your participation. The Atsugi ITT office is looking for Mount Fuji climbing guides for this summer. If interested, please contact the ITT office in person at Building 978. Guides must be in good physical condition and have Mount Fuji climbing experience and must have completed CPR and first aid training. Do you have an arts and crafts skill that you'd like to share with others? If so, please contact 264-3782 or walk into the Community Activities office in Building 77. Now back to Captain's Call.
Driving? I thought you was driving. No, I thought you was driving. Man, I've been drinking. Let me try my Drunk and All app. Your what? Drunk and All app. Is your Drunk and All app? Watch this. See right here? It tells me my blood alcohol level right here. And it tells me also if I'm drunk or not. Oh, okay. That's cool. I like that.
Okay, we're back with part 2 of the Captain's Call. Thank you for tuning in today with a very important show. We're here at AIMD, Aircraft Intermediate Maintenance Department, an incredibly important function here on the base, one of our bigger commands, and they do an amazing job here fixing helicopters, fixing engines, components, all kinds of stuff. You're looking around these shops, I've got some great motivated sailors doing some amazing work, keeping our airplanes flying around here. That's what it's all about here in FDNF, keeping our readiness very high. One of the key members of that team is AZ2 Whitlock. So, Pastor Whitlock, welcome back to the show.
Thank you, sir.
All right, so you're from Florida, as I understand it, right?
I am, sir, in Tampa.
Is there anybody you'd like to say hello to back home or here in Japan, maybe your shop or some family members that would like to say hi?
Yeah, my mom and dad. Thank you for always being there. I appreciate all the help you've given me, all the strength. All my friends here in Japan, hi, and keep at it.
All right. So mom and dad make it over to Japan yet for a visit?
Not yet.
Okay. All right. Well, mom and dad, you got to come visit this guy. He is doing some amazing stuff. Very important work that he's doing. Tell you what, being an AZ is not an easy job. Very technical again. Lots of computer systems that they work with, and you have to be organized. We got to get that aircraft stuff working right. Get it maintained, or you put it back in a plane and it's not ready to go. We could have disaster out here. So
absolutely,
this is the guy that makes sure it all happens on time. So. Thanks for raising a great son and for raising what is now a great shipmate to us, and we're very proud of him here. So we're going to do some things that we can improve on here at CMC, maybe some customer service oriented stuff.
Yes, sir. We do have a few concerns to discuss this week.
Let's do it.
All right. Our first concern comes from the theater. The question is, why can't the schedule be disseminated a month in advance?
Okay, well that's a great point. You know, you want to plan your weekend. So our writer actually left some comments or some contact information, which we love. And for Mr. Mershigi, a couple of things regarding this. So the movies we receive here at NAF Atsugi are provided through Navy Motion Picture Services and not bought through the selected studios. So we get ours from a clearinghouse that pushes the movies out to us. So due to the fact that we do not have the availability of pre-selecting our movies, we advertise them as soon as we receive them. So as soon as they get on the base, we advertise them out there. There have been some cases where we were able to create the movie schedule 3 weeks prior, but in order to stay consistent, we limit the movie advertisement up to 10 days prior to the show date. Our marketing department does distribute a 10-day movie schedule via the email, which goes out as the notification, which I also get. So yes, we understand this is somewhat of an inconvenience, but unfortunately, the system that provides us with these movies at cut rate cost, it's only what, $5 to see a 3D movie here.
It is, and $3 for a regular movie.
So and that comes with maybe somewhat a loss of convenience here. But thanks for writing in. That's a great comment.
Yeah, that's only about a third what we would pay at an AMC back home.
Yeah, and with the concessions here, I mean, you could take a family of 5 out for $25-30.
Right.
It's $100 back home.
Absolutely. Our second concern comes from the bowling alley. There was a large group that reserved the bowling alley, and when they arrived, they were supposed to have 10 lanes. They only had 8 lanes available, and then there wasn't enough bowling shoes to go around for the reservation that the bowling alley had accepted.
Okay. Well, the only thing we have to say about this is training, and customer service is number one in our books. We provide a lot of services around the base with MWR, Fleet and Family Support. Our job is to make sure that you, the customers, the families, and the sailors and dependents out there have what you need here, and our job is to deliver that with courtesy and respect, and as advertised. So we'll take a round turn on this on the bowling alley thing. Sounds like it was all a matter of making sure that we're doing the right thing and keeping our promise and what we schedule we should honor. I truly believe that. So thanks for writing in. Big comment there. We'll and Mr. Jolly has told us that that shouldn't be a problem again.
Yep. Our second, the service provider is listed as the food court. It's really a combination of the food court and the Navy Federal Credit Union staff. During a recent period, the Navy Federal Credit Union staff was walking around the exchange during the lunch period there at the food court, and was talking to sailors and their families about products and services that Navy Federal Credit Union offers.
Sure. Navy Federal, you do an amazing job here on the base. I have been a member since 1984, long time. They do some amazing work and really provide some great services here on the base. However, when you're in the food court and you're getting a Subway or a Popeyes or whatever you happen to be enjoying there, or just kind of hanging out doing some Wi-Fi, having a soda or whatever, I think you are have a small expectation of privacy in there as much as you can in our food court anyway. So we made sure that won't happen again. Now recently we did do a military saves campaign, which Navy Federal was a large part of. So if this was not part of it, then we can make a change. I did, however, grant some liberties with Navy Federal and Community Bank in our food court to get the word out about how important Navy is saving. So that was a one-time thing. We'll make sure that doesn't happen again.
Well, the military saves campaign was a tremendous success overall, I think, and it just goes to show the commitment that Navy Federal and Community Bank actually have to our community.
Absolutely. Okay.
The next concern is with Popeyes. This person here states that Popeyes staff is consistently less than professional with customers, and also consistently and routinely makes mistakes with the order.
Okay. Well, hey, you know what? If you get a 2-piece chicken with a biscuit, you wanna get that in your bag, especially if you don't check it there at the Popeyes counter. So we'll take a round turn on this one. Conrad Newbill is about the most customer service oriented guy that we know. He is the acting director of the Navy Exchange, and he is the full-time food court guy. So we'll make sure that he's got this for action, which he already says he does. He does a lot of training. We do get a lot of new employees through there, and many of them Japanese who are not familiar with Popeyes or American tastes. However, no excuse. We need to make sure that what you order is what you get in your bag, and you should get that with a smile. No doubt about it.
Absolutely agree. And what I would say is, while I understand the desire for anonymity sometimes, it makes it difficult for us to pinpoint the who, what, when, where, and why as far as the employee goes. So, if you could provide us contact information, that way we could also provide you with a direct answer, and not have Captain's Call as our only forum for getting responses to the community.
Absolutely. I would also recommend all of our staff there wear name tags, and we certainly always have someone on duty there that can take your complaint or concern at the Navy Exchange. So you can handle it on the spot, or at least take a name when you put a nice comment in. We can try to help you out better.
Absolutely. And that's all we have for concerns this week, sir. But we do have some some Bravo Zulus to
Well, let's hit
hand
the
out.
Bravo Zulus. AZ2, can you take it home for us?
Yes, sir, I can. Some Bravo Zulus go out, and they're all to the service provider, Fleet and Family Readiness Center. Dr. Holly Knert Jones is a wonderful counselor with excellent experience and advice. She addresses issues with straightforwardness and a no BS attitude. She is smart, kind, and makes every attempt to assist the counselee with their issues. Please don't ever let her go. I would also like to express my gratitude to the Atsugi Sapper team. Ms. Glenn Stewart took the time out of his busy schedule to travel up here to Misawa and certify new VAs, DCCs, and POCs that are not only necessary but critical to the success of Misawa's Sapper team. I appreciate the time and planning that went into making this happen. Thanks to the Atsugi Sapper team, Misawa has added 16 Sapper victim advocates and 13 Sapper points of contact, 13 Sapper data collection coordinators to our team. Ms. Stewart is the best trainer and facilitator I've ever had the privilege of learning from. In my 18 years in the Navy, I have never encountered a facilitator of his caliber or passion who captivated the whole class of 5 straight days. It wasn't death by PowerPoint, but instead an interactive, engaging class that involved all of us in discussion, group activities, role plays, and plenty of DVDs to ensure it was a well-rounded and magnificent training. He is by far the best ever. Thank you, Captain Wyman, for allowing him to teach here at NAFM. Hope this gets to Glenn. I didn't see an option for a SARC or Sapper program.
That's great. You know, Glenn gets a lot of attaboys for a reason. He's simply the best out there. I'm convinced he's the best the Navy's got. We are so happy that he chose Atsugi to hang his hat. He's going to be here a long time, truly making a difference in our sexual assault prevention and counseling and just the whole health of our community. We really have a gem in his presence here, and we're happy that he's on board NAF.
Absolutely, and I think part of that is that he doesn't just look at the material and say, this is what I'm going to present. He looks at it, and he looks at it from a different perspective and presents it in a different manner, and it's just awesome.
This is not a job to him. This is something that he truly believes in, so that guarantees success. And speaking of success, great job today, AZ2.
Thank you, sir.
Well done today, and you're very active around the base, a lot of activities here. Please keep up the great work getting out into the community, volunteering around here. It's such a huge part of what we do here, making sure the Japanese understand that we're guests here, and it's great to serve alongside you. So congrats. All right, well, that's it for Captain's Call today. Thanks for tuning in. We got plenty more stuff coming next week, and we'll see you on the next Captain's Call. Please have a great week and weekend. See you soon.